under pressure or on whatever reason. Ejo, èwo ni community interview tó lọ ṣe. Why the community interview? They invited one person should go now. You understand what I'm trying to say? So
Mama if police is at fault,
when you see
did
King
they
White
invite those
standing
people?
there,
Why did they allow them in?
allowed, God bless you. You see,
They didn't call
now
you. You
King
are not
White,
on the list. What are you
let me
doing
tell
there?
you, King White's presence alone is saying that, okay, oh, I am here. As we talk am, now you go talk am. I dey here, I stand here gidigba, don't say otherwise. A fẹ́ gbọ́ pé o ṣe mistake. Only presence King White tó wà ńbẹ̀, that is one. Number two, Adura saying that he embalmed Mohbad. Reverse psychology náà ni. Wọ́n máa wò pé òun náà embalm ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀. Ṣé máa wá lọ pa àbúrò fẹ́ gbọ́n ni? Wọ́n fẹ́ bà kéèsì jẹ́ ni, is another script. Yes, òótọ́rọ̀ fún un.
I will crave, for me, I will crave, if possible, let there be a petition against everybody in that house. Let it not just be Darusha. A petition, okay, for being part of the embalming of Mohbad. If you throw a petition on all of them there, upon interrogating all of them, they will push it on somebody else. Let them do
Babarano,
the first.
you know the implication of what they are playing, which they all don't know. It is very simple. It is Papa wrote a petition and put Darusha. Darusha said is Adura. No problem. Whoever did it, it is their business. There is something these people still don't know. And I love Papa's reply to it. I've written petition to the police. I've reported the matter. Let the law take its due course. Chikena. Whoever, even if it is Mama that is part of it,
yes,
nobody. That is number one. It shows how determined that man is. And everybody saying that man is an illiterate, they should go and check their head. Because he doesn't speak English, doesn't make him an illiterate.
Yeah, he's not illiterate.
He won't speak English. He won't speak English.
Only Ogbonlori. He's not a fool.
Yeah, the key word is
that is one clear thing for me.
The key word is conspiracy because, like you said, when they went to go visit, the AIG in Zone 2, and they were talking about it, and everyone was like, oh, this is what I did, or oh, this other one said, oh, it was this person that did this part. It was that person that did that part. It's all conspiracy.
But for me, right, petition on all of them for taking the bad home and then embalming him. That's my petition if I want to do it. Why did you take him home? I'll say you guys. Why did you guys take him home?
Paparano is still the same thing. you know how I said it's still the same thing. Now, Darusha doesn't want to take the blame. He asks Adura. When Adura sees the real handwriting on the wall, he will call others. And for me, this is what police will do. With the way I know police to do. Police will say, who did the embalmment? Who turned to a mortician? It is a crime to do a job you are not qualified to do. Number one. It's like that quack nurse. You are not a full nurse. You say you are a nurse. It's a crime. Number two, who gave you the go-ahead to do it? Those people, they are accomplice. Who helped you to do it? An accomplice again. Who are those that saw you doing it and did not report to the police? They are accomplice again. So all of them, they are in soup. All of them, they are in soup. If police really want to do it. So it is not one person that will go down.
I am saying
all of them.
It will make sense to introduce that conspiracy. That is on all of them. So that it will not be because what if an intelligent officer do not begin to ask all of those questions to establish those things? Me, I want conspiracy to be established. You were there, you know about it to pick you up. But if someone don't introduce it, what if the officers there do not go that way? Because they were already saying lock Adura up or lock Darusha up.
Yes.
I want them to take even Wumi lifestyle. Lifestyle was the one who took
Wumi is going there now. So all of them will go there. All of them were there. They will go there.
They will go there and witness. But let them put a case on her to deal with. For example, Section 14 of that same law, reporting of such incident. Did any of them report why? Because they were part of it. So I want them, if they are going there, come to double casing. Let the case be double. Like the same thing that Wumi did. When they pick up Arifa, Wumi petition Arifa alongside. Can you see?
Yes.
Exactly. So they should learn to do the same thing for as she's going there. If the team are very, very intelligent, find one or two things. Let them do it on Monday. On Tuesday, let her meet something unexpected.
You know how far this thing will go?
Did not plan for.
Baba, you know how far this thing will go? I said on this matter as when a group of people feel they want to hide from some people. They have a big gate. They put military. They put chain. They forgot that they can come through the wall. They can come through the sky. Now, on this case, the Baba team is coming through the wall and the sky. They are not breaking the gate, and the gate is this: who killed Mohbad? What killed? Nobody, no problem. Mohbad is dead, Abi. Let that case be going on. But who touched the body? That day that we were discussing, remember in January that people are saying that Baba will go to court.
Okay. How do we establish a case whereby we will have the police to do what we want? If we keep expecting them to do everything, they may not even touch all of those areas. That's what I'm looking at.
Now, this is how we will do it. This is how it will be done. Let's begin to talk. Let a group of people write things out and send it to Odumosu. Odumosu is in charge of the case. When he goes to the police, he will tell police, please, we want you to look into this area as well. That is it. They will give them a formal letter written on the letterhead, and I will give it to the police.
If I'm a lawyer, I'm going there with the case of conspiracy. Let them prove it together.
Man.
Yes, you get what I mean. You get what I mean, right? But if you don't raise that case, they may want to shift it away from them. I don't know about it. Or I don't know about it. But put a case of conspiracy. You know about it? The wife was there. This one was there. They did together.
They all saw it
themselves from it.
Yes. Whether those who saw it, they committed crime. They did not report the crime. Obstruction of justice.
Section 14. That's section 14.
Obstruction of justice. And in that crime,
some errors will be corrected. They're going to be going back to the Nigerian police force on everything that's been going on and all the loopholes and all the loose ends. So they're going to.
Tuesday they are going for that. On Tuesday they are going for that. What happened was that the way that case ended in the police station, there was not much evidence, to support the things that were said. So on Tuesday, the family that has petitioned is expected to bring some evidence because they claim that they never put cotton wool in Mohbad's nose. Nothing was blocked. So now the family have to provide whatever evidence or maybe a testimonial, a witness, somebody who saw it happening. And I think Mama Mohbad's younger sister, if she's around, if she's in the country right now or she's in the state, in Lagos right now, I guess that she should come because she was there too.
Yes.
She was there too.
Yeah, she's the only person.
And she already came out.
That blood now.
Testimonial evidence, a key evidence. Yes. Out of that, documentary evidence, testimonial evidence, and physical evidence. So
she had already, and then she had also already come out to say something.
What do you call her? What's her name?
I don't know her name, but she also came out to say something. Remember there was an audio where she came out a video.
Yes.
So that is also going to be used as well.
And then petition about the blood again. As they're doing the embalming, they're doing the blood.
Finding was there too.
See,
finding was there.
As we are going there on Tuesday, that blood issue, let it be raised. Petition against that blood issue. Women will come. Was there blood? As long as there were blood, on that bed, on the duvet of Mohbad. Now they will ask, where is the duvet? And why did you guys wash the blood? Tampering with evidence.
Good. Evidence. At the same time, the Nigerian police is also our evidence. Where did they see blood that they gave us in their report? I want evidence. I want to share it.
No. Let's be technical. We don't pass all those things. Nigerian police made it clear. They said Mohbad bled profusely in the show. He bled profusely in the show. And when he got home, he was still bleeding the next day. And then his Mohbad friend who witnessed the incident, who felt like, Mohbad was in an unbearable pain. They said to call blood. They said to call the but they did not say as long as police claim that Mohbad was still bleeding. All right. So now there is an argument here. Who caused the bleeding? What caused the bleeding? Even if they go and see bleeding in Mohbad's house, they may still go back and say it's the bleeding from the show. But anyway, where is the evidence?
So, Paparano, I think the police gave that narrative based on the testimony of the spouse. Do you understand? They gave that, because there were the ladies that were with her during that period. trying to go to the police office, going to the command, saying all these things. It was based on their their conclusion and whatever narrative she had given to them. Do you understand? Because how can somebody, like, it's not comprehensible. How would you even open your mouth and state that, oh, somebody was bleeding profusely from a show up until they reached the house? They could have stopped over by the chemist. They could have stopped over by the hospital. They could have stopped over by a pharmacy. They could have stopped over by somewhere. Do you understand? Before reaching the house, So if the show ended at 10, hospitals they run 24/7. There are pharmacies that run 247. So it's a matter of, why didn't they go there? So
one is that as Wunmi is coming on Tuesday,
yeah. So as the wife who is concerned about her spouse, why didn't you just enforce that? You take him to the hospital if you didn't have any altercation with him in the car before you guys got home. If you guys weren't fighting before you got home, if there wasn't anything going on wrong, and you didn't give a damn. You were just upset. You didn't care if he was bleeding or if the bleeding was harmful or dangerous. So it's obvious that he probably wasn't even bleeding. So the falsified statements and everything that was said is going to be corrected, and we're going to get justice for Mohbad.
Paparano, you know what? From what I gathered, you see, this case is like the illustration I gave. You went to gag the main gate. It is Lagos State Police that gagged the main gate. All their influencers brought in, the supporters that don't want this case to see the light of day, brought in their bodyguard, National Guard. Now, there are many petitions with the IG requesting the federal to take over this case. Procedurally, if there are no fundamental error, the federal will not take over. But with this case, what we will see is how the federal will take over this case. The federal knows that this very case, they can expand it from now till eternity, and it will bring more things. Now, if those things that is bringing, we require them to bring all those 26 people, 30 people that the Lagos State Command said they interviewed to question again, they will do it. Therefore, they will then request for the main document, main file from the Lagos State, and take over the case. Yes. So all those people that that thought they will not go back, all of them will still go back, because the case will now be open for better investigation.
Yes, Mr.
That is how I see this thing to go.
Yes, what you just said is right, because there is a whole lot of interest. There's a lot of federal interest, like in this case. Like, a lot of people are clamoring for the case to be, handled federally, instead of state level, because even the governor currently has a lot of, a lot of tightening to do on his end, because there's so many stuff that's happened, during his reign since 2020 rather, which was NSAS. So beginning from then up until now, and even with the case of Mohbad, there's a severity in his handling or his government. So there's a whole lot of people out there in higher authority that are interested in this case and are willing to take it up. And I know that when the police, it comes to light, and the police knows that there are a lot of higher authorities interested in the case, they're going to have to act and do their work, because a lot of them will get dismissed if care is not taken.
Just for me, this is what I just like to tell people: don't worry. There are some people that have been telling us Abebi and Aja story, Mary Naim born Jesus story, but now things will get to change.
Yes.
So, but those who are working on this, they are doing it. You see, let me tell us a very good example. You saw how Arifa was arrested. It was Lagos Command. They did not invite him. They did not do anything. They just went to carry the guy. You saw how these people handled Darosha. They've invited Darosha for over 2 weeks. He was telling them, I'm coming, I'm sick. And when he went on Thursday, they did not assume him. They saw his police report, his doctor's report, his lawyer was with him. They said, no problem. We grant you administrative bail. Come back on so day. and these people that you mentioned into it, they are not holding him. That is how police should work. They don't have to hassle you. Go and bring them. When they now come, the file have gone to OC Liga already. OC Liga is looking at the legality of this matter. They will then draw up the charges against them and they will charge them to court. They will grant them bail. Then the case will continue. No wahala. Not like the way Lagos State work. And that is what people should begin to see. Is it not the same police force? It's the same police force. But
Whoever
the one at the state are doing it anyhow. But the one in federal is doing it the way it ought to be done. In fact,
a big concern. A big concern, Mr. Aristocrat, that's on, from my, that I heard that was a concern for one of the parties in higher level of authority, was that why did the police let a dead body? People brought a dead body to the police command or like the
and they let it go,
and they let the dead body and everybody go.
See, that is probing. That is probing in that. Did you hear the latest narrative that is coming from women's camp as well? That Baba never went to police station.
Yes, I heard
they all went.
So don't be, for me, make una no worry. As I will always say, akaregbe ló máa mọ bí tá máa fokùn kọ́lá rẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ẹ fi wọ́n lẹ̀, ọ máa jìyà wọn ní ṣù.
I heard that too. I was so
Just
shocked.
they look. Go laugh. All this part, na movie with the look. We watch movie.
Who wrote that script for Baba? It was a script. I said, what?
Leave them. All of them. Small. All of them, they will gather. And as they've gathered, a standard will be raised around them. And they will
all fall me.
So there is one case of murder. There is another case of violation of a law. And that violation of a law, for what they've done. Listen, I was listening to one of the information and they said, no, we did not embalm him, we only preserve him. I beg, what is the difference between embalmment and preservation?
I tell you, it's just.
And they said they did not put chemical, they only put salt. What is the combination of salt? Is salt not a chemical? They don't know. And they are saying it's this Baba that is a non-entity, is an illiterate. This one that went to school, they are not illiterate. Don't worry.
They keep
when they get to
stating
the level, they will know.
And stating the facts. Do you understand?
They will know.
When it comes back to them and saying, you said this at this certain given point in time, you said you did this. So, you said you did it. Nobody put it in your mouth. So, and this is against the law. So you're going to...
See, small, this thing. The police that Prime Boy complained about, he has gone to the Zone 2 and to write his statement too now. He has also gone to write his statement for being high-handedness, for trying to provide justice, comforting the boy. The boy too have written. Wumi too will go. She's also on the petition.
There's also one more thing.
There are 1,001 way to do this thing.
Yeah, there's also one more thing that they need to look into as well. But I can't say it here, so it doesn't become, because the person is like an outsider. It's like a third party. It has to do with the burial arrangements. So they need to look into that person as well. The person that handled, part of the burial arrangement, the coffee and all the stuff. Yeah.
Queen. You see, they thought say, Yoruba mani, Tigburu ba fagbo. Tigburu to ba fagbo.
Can you explain
everybody
that in English?
You see, guru is like when you go to the bush and you have this big chain or rope, very big tool, and you pull the bush. You see all the animal hiding there, they will all run out. And so now, this one a chain will go chase everybody out. But make everybody just relax. Now, small, they go they pick them. Before you know it, you will know the number of people that have been getting into the net. And when they go gather all of them together, accomplice, perversion of justice. You see crime, report, and warning. You do crime, and warning. You concluded for them to do crime.
All that nonsense spending. All that nonsense spending is doing. Now we don't go back spending again. We don't to beg. All of them.
I don't talk, say, all in lies, they come out. All of them, they pick them. You said this. What happened? And you imagine, even Darosha is changing his statement. So it is their character. It is their style. No wala now. They've been a police that they deal with. They go show them when. The number of people that are interested in this thing don't have to show their hands. Many people have seen that this case is another image laundry for the country and for the police force. If they
Yes.
don't do it well, it is their problem. So, ó dé bá Olúgbọ́n, ó fi mọ́ra, ó dé bá Rẹ́sà, ó fi mọ́ra, ó ti dé bá wọn náà. Ká máa wò nǹkan tó máa fi ṣe.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Changing of statement is too obvious. You say this here today, tomorrow is B, next tomorrow. Who are they? Just confusing everybody's brain and mindset.
And from everything that's been
They are
going
all
on,
lazy people. They want to enjoy someone's wealth but can't work for it. Lazy souls.
yeah. So Papa Riano, I don't know if you remember that they first of all said it was Darosha that embalmed him. Darosha was the one that handled everything and all that. I have a feeling that they probably told Adura in the initial stage that, okay, just cooperate with us. We'll say it was me that did this, it was me that did that, and everything. And now not everybody can hold and withstand the allegations that that is being labeled on them. So everybody wants to say the part that they did. Now they're all coming out to say, I did this, he did that, this one did that, forgetting that they had already said before.
Moreover, sometimes that's why I don't know whether we have good lawyer. What was said that on that Thursday? Did they put it into it? Did they write down the statement? Because that can be used against them in the court of law.
True. We write it loud, Baba.
Yes, they would have written it in the statements.
Police will record. They will
exactly, because they will not
write
report for it when they get to court. Adra must stand for
it. It's an investigation. It's an investigation. Police have seen that a crime has been committed. They just want to ensure they will come with the facts. And our argument that I said that the nurse did not come from any treatment. She came from environment. She came to Gwabere. That is what she came for, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, she didn't treat anybody.
She came to give injection.
For any treatment.
Yeah, to like just
for environment. Abere lo wa good for environment, my brother. Abere.
Oh, you mean she came for environment? The nurse came for environment.
Yes.
To like finish.
That is my thought.
Yes.
And from my analysis. That is my thought and from my analysis.
That's my. I mean, I've been saying this all along since. I mean.
And that was why they did not report her that day. They did not report her that day. In their right senses. That someone will come to your house, inject someone in your apartment, and all of you are there, and that person finally died, and you never reported that person to police.
Yeah, exactly.
You allow that person to
go back.
Exactly. Then
who will do that?
No, that's one thing they're going to count against Wunmi. If they're saying everyone is saying Wunmi is innocent, that's one thing they're going to count against her, because that's your husband. Like, why did you let this person go? Like, he died in your front. He died when the woman administered the drug. Why did you let her go?
You didn't hold her shirt.
Yeah, like you
did not tear her shirt for her.
Everybody come and see what she has done.
They will be begging you, self. We leave her now. You calm down. You don't do all those drama.
If the widow was innocent, then the nurse is innocent.
Exactly, because now madam tell me, say make I do this, and she see me and she makes say make I go house. That's it.
Still say someone shook your bobo, your husband, the person that disflowered you, as you claimed.
Yes,
your love of life. The person that gives all of you money, that is paying your salary, the person that you used to feed like your son that is less than 1 year old, and came to inject him, and you did not say anything, and she went scot-free. Nothing happened. Even to the burial,
nothing happened. Now that she want to arrest her.
Shout. Until people begin to shout, or the police came into the matter 10 days, 9 days after. Abba, we not be mumu now. We not be mumu. And now the papa will not tell, na him kill am. And the papa will come carry am, na him kill am.
And the black people.
You know the worst thing? That was the reason why. The reason why I had to block that Abatanesca page there, the worst thing is that they were saying that it was Baba that said that commanded that they should allow that nurse to go. The police arrested the nurse. That was Baba. They were bringing one comment that in the comment section of Pensinia, Pampania, that it was said there that was Baba that said they should allow that nurse to go. They will bring that person, that Pensinia or Pampania, they will provide that person to police. I said the nurse should be doing.
Papariano, the two hospitals, you know, they said they took him to two hospitals. They took him to two hospitals. The first hospital, they ran away. No one, they haven't said any statement. They haven't said anything. It was the other one that said he was brought in dead at the time. So that first hospital has to come to question. Yes, they have to come and answer.
They should petition. If they petition the first hospital, second hospital, right?
Yes.
I want to see the video of when they brought Mohbad to that first hospital.
Let's see the camera exactly. You know, we said this.
What if they never go there?
But we said this long time ago. They should bring their.
They are going to be charged, and their hospital is going to be at stake. If they say they don't have the what's it called, the footage of the CCTV that brought Mohbad into their hospital, there's going to be problem for them. That organization
The hospital should be shut down. Their license should be seized. That hospital should be shut down and their license should be seized if they don't have CCTV footage. So what are they doing? How do they monitor their patients? Yes. They cannot show us where Mohbad was brought in.
I heard that they went to one of the hospitals and they were waiting to speak to like one of their.
Guys, let us be fair. Let us be fair here. Lawyers have to make this possible. They have to have a case with those hospitals. Our lawyers are sleeping.
Don't worry.
What we say, I want to say petition. We have shout. The Russia on has been done. Not that not worry. If you don't shout, it will not be done. Let us shout again. That lawyer, petition Kuramet Hospital and Peresmet case. Simple. Let's see.
It's not me that said the two hospitals just now. But we're not relax now. Don't worry.
Yeah. You are right. I hope they are hearing.
They must petition them.
Always come to Paparano.
You guys can say, don't worry. Everything is fine.
Don't
we have
worry.
to be
okay, sorry. I understand.
Let's be campaigning about so conditionally.
Papariano worry ngba yen o. Papariano worry o pẹ̀lẹ́.
Koko. Mama Ese, koko la ro létí adití. Koko la máa ro létí adití.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bàbá mi.
Tó bá jadití, adití ni wọ́n, a máa ro létí wọn.
A máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, kàn lè gbọ́.
It go shock you. It go shock you say Kuramet. It go shock you say Kuramet go say they never came here.
I didn't say it's go come out now. Apparently, but you know we have discussed this earlier. That I'm not.
When people get involved, they're going to say that they did not come to the hospital. But don't worry, we're going to get to the bottom of it, and then Wumi and Co will tell you.
The law says section 48, subsection 9 says anybody, any institution that's issue a death certificate to a mysterious death whose cause of death has not been established has committed an offence and is liable, to 5 years imprisonment.
Bam.
When that hospital
the law, Papariano, also the law states, whoever tampered with a corpse that has not been certified dead through chemical, we go to 15 years without options of fine. 48, number one, without options of
lawyers in the house, voila, they.
without trying to be lawyer. Wọ́n làwọn fẹ́ wá jà ẹ wá máa pick àwọn èèyàn up ẹ máa rógun ẹ máa wọ ẹ máa sá ni àwọn èèyàn láti jà tí.
You are going to be my next lawyer in court.
I dey tell you.
Aristocrat, please, I want to ask.
Sorry that I break up. Let me finish the law. You see, the law also says anybody that saw a death and do not report it, we go to 3 years imprisonment or an option of fine of 20,000 naira. The third one says if you tamper with it, turn yourself to mortician, you are going to 7 years imprisonment without option of fine. So all those people that saw it did not talk, that one is 3 years for them. Those who use chemical, the salt is chemical. It's 15 years without option of fine. Mr. Mortician, we go to 7 years in prison without option of fine. So these are real issues. They don't have to be caught for killing Mohbad, but they will still go to Ewo.
Ben, they must serve that jail. You see all those ganging they are doing. Those gang up, all of them are trying to gang up against Baba Mohbad. Abi? One
Mohbad's statement and his voice, everything that he said he repeated it several times. Do you understand?
Yes.
If at all, he left the whole situation for them to handle. It's because how did we expect him to feel? This man did not plan for this kind of life. This is someone
Exactly.
that is just a carpenter that he just does his own work in his Ikorodu and hopes that one day he'll be able to feed his children, and one day his children will become something, in life. He has his values, he has his own morals. If a child decides to do what they want to do, you cannot hold them in contempt. So, and that's just how life goes. All these things that happen to him so suddenly, he never envisioned that, okay, at a certain year he will bury his child. Nothing like that. So how do you expect him to feel, really and truly? How?
Exactly, my darling. I don't
No,
understand.
that's hospital. The two of
Okay,
them will come out.
My
Bibi,
question
let's hear
go to
you
our
out.
boss. Next week is the next hearing of the inquest, right? And the last hearing, the court order that DNA sermon should be pasted in Wumi last living address.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Aristotle has gone down. Anybody
It
can
was
answer, Sha.
done. It
It
was
has been
done.
done. It
It
has
was
been
done. They
done.
pasted it in front of her house.
It has been
Yes,
done.
I know. Yes, I know. My question is on the next inquest, what next?
So on the next inquest, if she comes to the next inquest,
Is that why
or if she
Smear
has
is
to show
speaking?
up at the next inquest, because she has to, actually she's going to be there, because they're going to be reading out the toxicology and everything. The pathologist will be there by the grace of God.
We're not talking about inquest, DNA. DNA
Oh, the
hearing, DNA
DNA.
court.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, she'll be there, and because they had already posted the thing on her house, right? And she failed to respond, they could detain her for that, even if she still comes out and
We're talking about
says,
DNA,
"Oh,
DNA.
it's the same thing that we're talking about now. It's the same
Now for
thing."
DNA.
I
So
She
don't
still
DNA.
think
hasn't
the
done
DNA
it.
issue. I don't think the DNA issue will be. I don't know if the DNA issue will be discussed in the
It's
coroner
not going to
inquest.
be discussed in the inquest. That's a separate
We're talking
matter.
about
It's a separate
this
case.
question in
It's not
court.
going to be discussed in the inquest. It is a separate case. When it
Maybe
is
it's talking
time,
about the DNA, the baby, because there's a case of the baby ongoing.
when it is time for them to make their decisions, I'm sure after
Yes.
posting that notice, they will give her some days and some time. I think after the time elapses, which they believe they have done every possible means putting it to the media. Once the time elapsed, I think the sitting for the DNA will take that decision. But when, we don't know. But I think for next week we are having the coroner inquest, right? And also the police
Yes.
station briefing, Papariano, right? They are going back to the police station when? Tuesday?
This Tuesday,
Now,
I think.
And the coroner inquest is on Wednesday.
in the next court hearing, I think the sheriff will be giving the report. They'll be reporting in the court, and then the court will make the next decision from there. Especially on the DNA case, the sheriff who have pasted that summon in the gate should be giving report to the court.
Bailiff,
The
Yes.
court bailiff.
the sheriff of Benin, yeah. So they should be giving reports to the court, and from there, whatever the court says, I think
Yeah,
that
the,
will be the
the
next
court
step.
will take that
But
decision.
I think they'll be hearing, for both sides this upcoming court hearing for the DNA. The hearing should be for the bailiff, whether they have, how it went, because they could have gone, and maybe the house is vanished or the option was not possible. So they need to give it back to the
The
court.
report, yeah. And
My
I think
second question is,
excuse me.
okay, so if I understand, on the next date, Wumi is supposed to be there. Is that what you people are saying?
She should be.
Next date for the inquest or the DNA.
For the DNA, I'm not talking of inquest. My focus is on the DNA. The DNA.
Okay, BB,
Is Wumi expected?
for me,
BB, I don't know
My
if you guys can
question
hear me
is
because you can't
on
hear
the
my mic.
next.
She should
Please,
be there.
Mama Izzy.
The baby, Mama Ese
yes,
is
she can technically she cannot be there. But knowing who Wumi is, she's a lawbreaker. She's above the law. I trust you. I bet you she will not be there. Then we want to see what the next step the court will take. The next step
But
that
I mean, anyway, a person who has been summoned, that was a writ of summon. A person who has been summoned, I mean, should be able to make themselves available within some certain period of time. But in the particular
period of time when it elapses,
Mama, hold on.
we don't know whether she still have more time. Okay, depending on, I mean, there will be a particular amount of time, I mean, that is required. But I think it is up to the
when you look at the court sermon, the date on it is on the 14th. If check for me if I'm right, Paparano.
The date of what?
The date of respond is on the 14th of this month, May.
A day before inquest.
Yes. So my question is, if she refuses to appear in person, what next?
That's the decision of the
usually if it is usually by, I mean, if it is hearing, since it was summoned, the particular amount of time that was required for her to respond, if she will be defending, we don't know whether she will be defending herself because she's not a defendant. If she will be defending herself, she's supposed to have filed within either 14 days of the time that summon was issued. So she has not done anything. Then we can say the court will sit without her. The court, I mean, the father will come, the court will proceed, and whatever judgment the court gave, it stands. If the court order for her to provide the baby for DNA to be done, I mean, that stands.
Okay, are you guys saying she will not be charged for contempt of court before that?
She could be, but the judge can obviously
back.
As long as she has legal representation, she will not be charged. But you know, there are cases where they will call you to come to court, you did not go in. The judge will pass judgment and it is binding by you.
Yes.
If you now don't do it, they will file for execution of that judgment. If you don't do it, it's your business. You can now go to an higher court to appeal, though. But
and within specific amount of time as well. The time it is within the framework of time.
And the judge will give a time frame. When on DNA matter, they will tell you between this time and this time, do it. And they will do it. Now you no go court now, no be court, no seat.
If you don't do it, you lose. I mean, it's in our best interest to come.
Yeah, she might be dreading going to a higher court because of, you know.
She must have filed for defense already. She must have filed for defense.
Yeah, she would have. So. You know that first time when they went to court to seek alternative ways of submitting the summon, they said our lawyers came there asking them to give to them, and they said no, that they want to, do it normally, and they went to do it. They've seen it. If it is that, they now have the writ of summon. I believe they will have replied. They would have replied to you.
They don't need to tell the public that. Yeah, they would have. I think 14 days.
They would have.
14 days.
They don't have to tell the public,
They don't have to tell the public.
They will do it. Also, the DNA matter is not a public hearing. It won't be a public hearing like that. It's between the parties.
Okay, boss. My second question is, okay, Mama Isa, you want to say something? Go on.
Yes, but I want to calm down. I will join you in the night. I just came to this.
Okay, don't want to take permission to leave now, please.
You will say you want to exit, not come down. Come down means many things.
It's discouraging. Just leave, please. I mean, just leave.
Come down.
People just leave. I can, it's network. I can think it's whatsoever. I mean, just it's better. But don't come up.
Wait, I want to come down. I want to come down.
Come down. Mo wà lórí tree. Ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo yín ẹjọ́ wálẹ̀. Má come down. Mo
wà lórí tree where wàhálà lẹ kóra
You must arrive together. You must arrive together. Not only you go.
Corrupt mind.
Mama Eto. I hope you have enjoyed the rest of the day.
The mind is corrupted. This is English language.
Oga,
If
sorry,
you're saying,
if I want you to speak my Niger Delta English, let me speak it.
Come,
Don't
I'm only
correct me
seeking
English. I go school, I
clarification.
get qualifications.
I
So,
only
Papa
seek
Yano, I
clarification.
want, sir,
I only seek clarification. Say now which
it's
can
not
come
you,
down, you
it's
won't
Bibi
come
now.
down.
Bibi is telling me English. I cannot speak English. Okay, I want to exit. Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ olóyìnbó. I want to exit your panel. Shey
But
na the English, I wan speak my Niger Delta English. Abeg, let me speak
Ire
the
o,
way that I want to speak. When I'm on
ire o, ire
Paparazzo,
o.
I speak
You
the way I
want
want to
delete?
speak.
No worry. You
Don't
want delete?
intimidate me.
Make it delete. Make it delete. It's
no,
okay.
that's too deep. The list is too deep.
Ah, that one too deep again. Okay, make it erase. Okay, okay.
Mariano, you bend your neck like say you no hear. Make
Make
I
we
okay
sokale.
o.
I dey
Mariano,
do
what are you
something for
Sokale
you.
for
watching?
your bus stop. Sokale for your bus stop.
Ṣebí mo fẹ́ sọ̀kalẹ̀ náà mo sọ ń sìn báyìí tó
Sokale ni bus
mo
stop.
kàn ṣe direct interpretation nítorí mo fi sùn
Asokale àǹfààní o. Asokale àǹfààní.
ẹ ṣe.
Ire o.
Papariano, are
Ẹ̀yin
you
náà
watching a game?
Yes, I'm together with two girls. We are fine. Yeah, go on.
Are you watching a game? I asked the question.
Yes.
Bibi,
yeah,
you
yes,
were
sir.
asking a question, Abi.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Okay. My second question, sir. Have you guys noticed for the past few weeks, those on the other side, and when I say the other side, those supporting Wumi,
Anti-justice, anti-justice, anti-justice,
We
call
know them.
anti-justice.
those
We just
anti-justice, they are
yes,
trying to
anti-justice.
change the narrative to put the blame on Baba. Why do you think it's so?
They have always been doing that.
I have no idea, but the work, the police will do the work. Usually will get their work done as well. At this point, nobody is going to escape it.
Is this Wise Mary speaking?
Not for me, Bibi.
It's not Wise Merit, it's Queen.
No. That is Queen.
Okay.
Her voice is different. She got this husky, nice voice. But people thought she's Bolly B. She's just trying to clarify. Her voice seems to be like many people's voice.
Yeah.
But we begin to know. Okay, yeah. So whenever she comes out, she will say, you must be saying this.
Maybe because she doesn't speak often. She doesn't speak all the time. So we have not studied her voice.
Yes. We are not used to that. So you know what I will say? We know these people trade secrets. Their job is to always come to tell some funny tales. They manipulate misinformation, sensationalize things just to feed their narration. This is their trade. And that is why I always tell people, don't go for the noise, for the substance. Get the information, stick with the information. It is when you listen to their rhetorics, their sensationality, that is when you will begin, they might be saying the truth too. There is no truth in the mouth of a fraudster. No truth. Take the substance, leave them with the rest. When they are talking the rest, leave them. They are saying, Baba cry, Baba woke up, Baba this, they do this, leave them. They are not interested. What you are interested in is this still working? Thank you very much. Take a walk. And I think that is the best way. They will always change the narrative. They will always do. They are storytellers, so it's good. Don't worry, Mr. Baba Bibi. Ọmọdé ló ń ṣe wọ́n.
Papa Rihanna, I have to go. It was nice hanging out with you. And
Queen,
yes?
I'll see you later. I'll
Sure.
DM you.
Okay, sure.
So you'll be
Thank
my
you.
guest today. I'll do the banner. Education time.
Sure. Thank you. All right. It was nice talking to you. Bye, Papa Rihanna.
But wait, Queen, before you go,
I'm trying to get out.
Wait. Let me take a piece. You have this kind of voice, and you think the other man will not be thinking that he's losing you. Your voice sounds as if you are just waking up.
Camera down.
You too, you should know
Papa
now.
Rihanna, can
And
you
there won't be
stop?
camera down. You too. When you have a voice like this, what do you expect? You two consider.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. But
we too we know. Camera will always go down.
no. Not
Sorry.
here. Not here. Sorry. Not here.
Bele.
Not here.
Bele. I'm just taking a piece. Don't mind me.
No, it's fine. Please stop calling me Bolly Bill. Mapariano, please can you tell your commenters that I'm not Bolly B. Thank
No, you
you.
two, uh, don't be, what do they used to call it? Don't be a stranger. The more they get used to your voice, the more they know the difference.
Okay. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
that
Thank
is how you
you.
can correct it.
Who's
She's always been
flirting?
here, but
What's wrong with this
she
one?
said because there's so much cost here, so that we are
Yeah,
fighting
there's so
so
much
much
chaos,
opposition.
and I have never been on
No,
That they
Papariano's
want to
platform. This is my first
be
time.
that is session for cause. That is
Papariano, I'm not
session
coming here
for
anymore. Look at your
seriously.
comments. They're saying all kinds of things. Please,
Don't
I don't have
see,
total
see, see,
voice.
see.
Why would
Wait.
I?
Another thing, if you come to Papariano, don't look at comment section. It is not your business. Your business is the panel.
For
If you
real.
want to look at them, you join them. If you don't
Hello,
Yeah.
want to, don't
Queen.
look at them.
Hold
Yes.
on, boss. Let me ask Queen. Queen, do you speak Yoruba?
I speak a little bit, but
It's
I
Niger Delta.
understand.
But you understand Yoruba. I want to give
A
you a
little.
Yoruba proverb.
No, please.
Okay.
Proverbs are too deep.
No, my boss will translate it for you.
Okay.
Ẹni tá a bá nájà láàwọ̀ a kì í wo ariwo ọjà.
Okay, I said it earlier.
Okay.
It is the person you are dealing with when you go to the market that you focus on, not on the noise in the market.
Got you. Got
Because
you.
if you do, you will not go home.
Yeah, I heard Oja, which was like
Yeah.
market. So
Yes.
thank you. I
All right.
appreciate it.
Cheers. Later.
All right, bye.
Wow. So we are waiting for the next inquest. My problem have always been why the 1 month adjournment? It's too long. Why?
initially it was 2 weeks.
And now, Paparano, I think the government is waking up because earlier on they thought they were going to treat the issue with a lackadaisical attitude, thinking by then we would have been by then we would have been quiet. And now they are waking up. They are doing what we are expecting of them to do. They are calling one or two people for questioning, and they are investigating. This is what they are supposed to do earlier in the matter. But it's never too late. It's never too late to investigate crime. Boss, am I right?
No, now you are in the trade. You see, many people feel when you start is when you will get no, especially in homicide cases. You find out that the real evidence come later because some people will drop ball or they are hiding whatever. It will come to bear, and we will begin to see it. It's just about strategy, and I think if this strategy will work, and everybody wants the federal to come into it, and the federal is coming into it through a side. Before we know it, they will expand it enough and possibly take up the case from the state. And all of them that feel they've shocked some O's in Lagos State, may they go shock the O's at the zonal level. They go reshock again. If they reshock again, they go carry am again. They go dey shock, till they know say no be small case. But hopefully, but let everybody have this thing in mind. An homicide or murder case is not a 3 months, 1 year, matter. It's a long thing because they must ensure that the right people are judged. If they finish the investigation, if they start the court, I think police, in this case, with our talking and analysis, the police, DSS, they are looking into it. As a matter of fact, DSS is also involved. From some things that I heard, DSS is also involved, but they are not the lead agents. Now they are trying their best to put some puzzle together. A number of people that nobody have even thought about, they are under the radar. They are under the radar, and they will get some good things out. We just hope at the end of it all, the people that committed the crime will be brought to book.
Please, Papariano, please, you need to enforce your table manners, especially on your platformers. Please.
Table
it's
manners.
Very annoying. You know what I'm talking about. And secondly, I'm saying this to Papariano and aristocrats. Please, we should encourage our hosts and platformers. They say more than they are supposed to say when they come. Because you know about some things doesn't mean you have to come. You don't have to be the first to tell us what we don't want you to tell anybody. I've been listening since yesterday. I've been listening here and there. Sometimes my looking for news will lead me there, and I'll say, why is this person telling us all this? The public they forgot that when they do this, the other side is also listening, and they are learning from it, either to plan their next trap or to correct their next mistakes. Please, you know who I'm talking about. Both of you know. This has to be controlled.
I don't know who you're talking about, honestly speaking. I don't.
Papariano, you know.
Me too, I don't know. That was what I wanted to ask.
Me too,
I talk about this matter. Maybe it's me, I don't know.
It's not you. I listen to your platform.
Because Papariano analyzes a lot.
It's not either you. Both of you are.
I must tell you something, right, Sakuma? Every person that hosts, they take full responsibility for whatever they do. Baba did not send them. They are not working for anybody. I think the legal team should be more focused on their job and more intelligent. And more tactical on their job. What they cannot do, they can't stop the social media. For example, if we don't talk about some things, Wumi fans will talk about it. For example, what happened in the station, recently. Wumi fans to talk about it, everything, they narrated it. In fact, I was even pained that we have to come and say it later. After we both went there, okay? They have come, they have feed the public. We are now streaming them to hear important information that we. All right? So they should be coordinated, simple. If they are coordinated, we will always wait for them to get necessary information. But they are just like that. Everybody is doing whatever they have to do. And it is not anybody's duty to be telling this person, hey, don't do that, don't do that. And we don't belong to a group. They're not paying nobody. They should understand that. It's even annoying. When somebody will come to me and be telling me, don't do this, don't do that, I will just look, why? Do you pay my bills? If I fall sick right now, would you be responsible? Come on now. Let the legal team do what they have to make everybody pack. We don't need too much of all of these things. A small case like this has become something like, if it is too much for them, let us get a better chamber that can handle the stuff without all of these commotions, having issues with legal team. I beg. Even this thing that they are doing right now, they should have done it far too long ago. They were on the areas of family. Oh, Darosha is our family. Adura, our Mumi is our wife. They were by loud. Their eye just open now. So I beg, let everybody just be doing their thing.
Okay, if you say so, but I'm not talking about the legal team or their shortcomings. But one day I will come to both of you and say that is what I was talking about. So
that's what I'm saying. We know those things, but you can't stop it. Now let me ask you a question.
That's what I expected you to say. That's what I expected you to say.
Yeah, what if that person?
And I agree with you. I agree with you. You can't stop it. We can only plead.
You see what I did here recently when this lady, though he has explained himself for the African TV and Lady Harris, how they broke out this news, whatever, which I said, where is it coming from? Who is telling you guys? How do you get this? And it almost become an issue. I had to drop them down, okay? Because There are some people you just can't stop them. They'll become an enemy overnight, and it will cause more problem. Okay, and
I
they want
agree
to
with you, and you just answered my question.
just let them be. Just let
I
them
agree
be.
with you.
Everybody
Thank you for answering.
want to forward, let them forward. They know what they want to achieve. It's simple.
Thank you.
Sakuma, you know that there is something I noticed. You see,
I didn't hear that. Aristo.
Sakuma,
Yes.
Sakuma, I said there is
Yes.
something I noticed. I think each one of us just have to stay true to our own principle and let people know us for who we are. Because if you look at it, many of these people you are referring to, if
Yes.
you talk to them, they go to their platform and begin to curse you and say you are anti-justice. For me, I got some inbox that somebody calling me anti-justice. I then reply the person. Now then, Sabi, I don't mind.
Aristocrat, anti-justice.
Yes, and I said I don't mind. Call me anti-justice. It is your business. It's your mouth. These are oaths too. Now, because you don't align with some people line of thought, it's good. But there is something in identity and in brand. What is a brand? There is difference between a brand and a commodity. Like detergent now. There are plenty detergent. But there is one called Omo. There is one called Sunlight. That is a brand. They have a name. So when you have a name, what makes up your name? People should recognize you. And once people recognize that, leave it. The rest, if you talk to them, they see you that you want to impress or not and all that. So but what we try to do most of the time is, everybody have their own audience. As I always say, I have my audience. And I want my audience to always be rational thinker. Papariano have his own audience. He wants you to analyze. If you don't have fact, he chases you away. And same thing that I like. So if those other people want the audience of follow like sheep, what shake me, it is their audience, no problem. You will always have it. But let everybody just know that when information is given out there, listen to information. If you don't want to hear those other things, just close your ears and go. Because when you continue to listen to those things, it will draw you back. You begin to think otherwise. You will think, you'll be second guessing yourself again. Why? Don't go through those stress. But we will continue to talk. You know, as you've said, you are a man of peace. You continue to preach. We'll be preaching peace. And the people that are people of war, they continue to fight war. You know, it's all right. It's all right.
I agree with you on Papariano. I even remembered that Papariano did warn them. But, it's just kind of, human frustration when somebody is not adhering to common sense, But I agree with you. Papariano was right. I agree with you. And I remember the day you were saying it on your platform. You did everything in parables, but a common, sensible person will know what you are talking about. And it started showing up. I remember if you said it has gone federal, and zone 2 is federal, and it's this and that, and And I think a smart person like them will have picked all those things. And I think they started hearing a day after you gave that submission, and boom, they're all over the places. I just, but like Papariano said, we cannot all be the same. We are more intelligent and more persevering than each other. God help us. Alice, I don't know who was saying that. I don't need the woto from anybody. Iris has given me woto when we first met, before we started knowing each other.
Hello, Papariano. I don't know
There's
if
no
I can
water
continue speaking
that
or I should
Iris
give
can
audience to
give.
the person that is speaking right now. Please, kindly permit me, please.
Please go ahead.
Oh, thank you very much. I want to thank you, Papariano, for bringing me up again. Because the last time I was able to be on your platform, I committed an error. I apologized. And I want to thank you once again for bringing me up. I have a lot of respect for your platform. I have a lot of respect for your platform. And because of the courage, I know you don't like praising, you don't like being praised, but I think that we're going to get somewhere. We're going to get somewhere by what you are trying to put in place. And may God bless your effort. Thank you very much. Thanks to all family of the house. We're going to get somewhere. Something is coming up, and something is coming up because we are not losing courage. And may God bless our effort because we are fighting for just one cause: justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad. May God bless you, Papariano. Thank you. That's all I have to say. Hello?
Thank you, but unfortunately, I think Papariano is not on seat.
Okay. It might be the case. Sometimes you might need to go and ease yourself.
Yes,
We are human,
and we that we are listening, we don't know the matter, so it is strange to our hearings. But I think people
it's a big
in the
pleasure. It's
comment
a big
section,
pleasure because thank you
people in the
for
comment section will know.
thanks for acknowledging my all my contributions. Even if Papariano is not on seat, he has moved a little bit. Right now on the stage where we are, it's
Alan,
like
you
we
can
are being
say,
slapped. We are being slapped. It's like we belong to a nation where I don't know where the monkey is a king. It's like we come from a country where there's no rule, where there's no law. So we just have to be very patient. We shall get there. For me, Corona inquest and the court of law, they are two bodies different entirely. So let's be patient and we shall get there. And I want to commend his effort, Papariano. I want to commend his effort. Even if he doesn't like it, I still have to say it. Yeah. May God continue to bless you, protect you, and we shall continue to contribute long, short, medium contribution that God has blessed us with just for the fact to be established. Thank you very much for permitting me to express myself. I appreciate it. And I say good day to every member of the panel.
Even though we don't know what the issue is, but go and sin no more. You have been cleansed.
Father Bibi.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Go and sin no more and preach the word peace and love to the people
maybe
out there.
he's not confessing. He was commending Papariano and the rest of
Thank you
the
very much. Somebody is with me.
faithful
Someone
Mohbad
is
team.
with me.
No,
Thank you
but
very much.
first of
He's not
all,
confessing.
hold on. He first of all acknowledge the error he committed the
Did you know the
last
error I
time.
committed? No. Did you know the
You
error
are
I
not
committed?
Papariano.
Did you
And
know
he
the error I
said,
committed?
thank you for bringing me
If you give me the space and time to express myself on the error I
Error is not
committed,
a sin.
I can go on. The
Hold
last
on.
time I came onto this
No,
platform,
hold on. Before you go
someone
into the
was
last
asking
time you came.
Papariano, I need a woman with a big
My brother,
yash.
wait. My brother,
No.
wait.
Someone was asking Papariano that he needed someone. He needed a
Hold
woman with a
on.
big yash.
Hold on. Don't let us argue. Hold on.
All
Before
right,
you
I'm with you, sir.
I want to be sure of what you said immediately you came up. I
All
want
right, I'm
to.
with you. I have every time to ask you to answer you any question you want to ask me.
Okay, you said you are like, thank you, Papariano, for bringing me up again.
Yes. Because the last time I committed an error, I will repeat it again. So I will allow you to go on again.
So, thank you, Papariano, for bringing me up again. The last time I was here, I committed an error. Did you say that?
You just quoted me right.
Exactly. So I am just making joke out of that.
Okay. If
And
it
you
was
are
a
just
joke,
yes, and that is why Father Bernard. So I'm just being sarcastic.
I'm sorry about being rude to you. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So go and sin no more. We are here.
Thank you very much.
Later.
May God bless the whole family, and we shall get there. We shall get there.
We will get there. Yes.
Somebody give us a clap and amen.
Yeah, wait, don't clap first. Tell us that story. You were about to tell us the story again. When you are mentioning.
Yes, the last time I was on platform.
Yeah, I like story.
No, I'm not Shola Wole Soyinka or any literature.
Me, I like to hear account of things to help.
Yeah, maybe it will lead us to another thing. Maybe it will.
Yes.
It will definitely lead us to another thing. The last time, the first time I was allowed to speak on this platform, that Papariano brought me up. Someone was speaking and I interjected. And what was the subject? I need a woman with a big yash. I said, what's going on here? Without minding the subject of the day, the subject of the matter. So I realized it was my fault. Papariano was on that day on another subject entirely, not justice for Mohbad. So I was furious. So I finished up by apologizing. And that was why I have to say thank you again, Papariano, for bringing me up.
So, do you still need a woman with a big nyash, or have you changed your preference?
For now, I don't. I
thought you were listening.
I don't.
He never said. Olan never said he wanted a woman with a big.
Thank you very much. Someone is with me.
Somebody said it's not him.
Thank you very much. May God bless you.
And Olan was surprised that is this what is going on this platform?
Thank you very much. Someone can comprehend. Someone can understand why I made my mistake. Someone can duly understand where my mistake came from.
Olan, if I may, that day Papariano was in a kinky mood. Papariano doesn't tolerate that normally on his platform.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate him a lot. He does not have to tolerate. He's someone.
You come to Papariano platform.
I'm sorry, I have to. Can I just interrupt you a little bit? Papariano, as an host, has never tolerated whatever have to distract him from what he is there on the platform. That's one thing I can say about him. Yes.
I agree with you. Papariano doesn't tolerate. That was why I asked him, the TikTok etiquette. Papariano doesn't tolerate some things.
And for this cause, he does not even tolerate that he has to be praised. That's another thing.
Papariano has TikTok etiquette that he enforces, especially when he's serious.
2220.
Yes, sir. I'm with you, sir.
You don't know Papariano very well.
Yeah, I'm about to know more about him if you can lay more emphasis about him. But whatever Papariano represents, I believe, and I can confess to you that I'm on the same cause with him.
Yes, that is why we are here. Because
Thank you, sir.
The same belief brought us together. The same cause made us here. But let me tell you, depending on Papariano move, depending on the heat that is on any time or any day that he's hosting his platform, determine his reaction. That is Papariano.
And that was meant. Can you just allow me to? I just have an expression to add to what you are trying to say. That's what makes him to be dynamic.
Exactly. Santo Paparano can get angry and drop every.
I understand. I used to
Yeah.
watch him. But
And he will handle his platform
emotion
too.
pushed me again. Emotion pushed me. It is not
So
about
that
being
is the
emotional.
dynamics for you.
Something just say, can you just ask to be heard once more? If you have the opportunity, why can't you just say something? Maybe it can be important. And that's the opportunity I'm using with you right now. It is not. I'm not here for distraction. No, not at all. We are here to fight for a big cause that can take a long run before we can achieve it.
Okay. So let me ask you, what is your expectation in the next coming inquest?
As far as I'm concerned, whatever they call inquest, whatever they call corona, is it's an investigative setup to know the cause of a death of a victim. But people that are about to be to be brought to book will be discussed in the law of court, probably in the high court. If there is an appeal, we shall find ourselves together in the Supreme Court. And if there is a sentence and the culprit want to go against whatever verdict that has been delivered, we go to the Supreme Court. So it's going to be a long process. So I support there's sense in is
NEPA don't take light.
Ola no pay Papariano. Papariano don't meet am.
NEPA don't muna lobby that too. NEPA to muna
I
lobby.
think so. We have 160 of us on this panel. But
Please stop.
a lot of people will prefer to stay down and cause wahala instead of coming up and make a sensible discussion. I think he had a call. Yeah, that's what happened when you have a call. Because he was talking to us and something came up. Yeah, I don't think it's network. It could be network.
When is the lighting system going to solve in Nigeria?
Aristocrats. I ask that question every day. Aristocrats.
We are okay with it. Getting
Aristocrats.
better.
Really?
Why we
Getting
are in
better.
our discussion?
We are having
Aristocrats.
20 hours, 18 hours now.
Aristocrats.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you a question. I don't know what is. You are a
Oh, my
lawyer.
sweetheart is
You
here.
are
I
a
am
lawyer.
Mpadi. Where have you been? I miss you
I
so
am,
much.
please, Bibi, let me ask the aristocrat this question. You are a lawyer. They went after former Kogi state governor, and a school reimbursed the the state government or EFCC the sum of 750 something $1,000 for the upfront money he collected. He paid them. My question is, EFCC is not going after the right person. What school? Please, BB, the rest of us, let's have phone etiquette, please. what is the reason? What school? What are they teaching in a secondary school? Even in America here, there is no school that is worth that much. When your EFCC is going after the person who deposited the money, what about the school that deposited the money? Is the school putting all the question in the head or the answers? What are they teaching that requires that much? Don't we have educational regulatory authority that will say this is the maximum you can charge? In Nigeria, not in even in America or Britain, you are charging $752,000 for a high school, even for a university education. Why is EFCC not going after that school? I'm locking that school down to come and prove why and how they are charging that much.
All right. Let me answer your question directly.
Please.
Number one, you seems to get it wrong. And let me break it down. You see, this school is an American school. There are schools in Nigeria, there are British school, American school, or etc., etc. By law, nobody ought to pay anybody in any currency that is different from Nigerian currency. By law, the law exists. But you find out that because some people have not been brought to book, just the way they are doing with spraying of naira, that the law has been since 2007. And many people feel they will do it the right way. When they begin to do it, people will bring it down, and it is happening. Now, on that, you find out that it even got bad that during December in Lekki, people that are doing their hair, they will tell them pay in dollars, pay $10, pay $15. It ought not to be. It has started years back, where people will be paying dollars for rents, paying dollars equivalent, because those places they will say this is the naira, this is the equivalent. They always do that. And you have all these multinational schools around in Nigeria. Number one, I don't think government can regulate the amount a school can collect as their school fees. It is you that have seen the school fees and accepted to pay. If you do not accept to pay it, they will keep it there. Nobody will pay for it. If you bring your goods and say, my goods worth 1 million, if they patronize you, good. If they don't patronize, they go to the other one. But you find out that people in power, they always live this life of Davida Loca. It is not their money. They will put their children in the most expensive school, where because of the high school fees, you won't see more than 100 in a school. You will see 5 children in one class, 10 children in one class. And they like it at that because they are children of the rich. And these are children of foreign people. Like this American school. Why did they create American school, British school in the first place? It's because the embassies, when their children come, they put them in this school so that they continue to teach them because they will soon go. But many local people join this school. This is the amount and all that, if that happens. Now, the money paid by that governor, he paid school fees till his children will leave the school. It is not 1 year. It is not 2 years. Some of these children, they are just in the beginning of the school. Some are in the middle. And because he's leaving office, he calculated all their money and decided to pay it once so that if he leaves office, because the office pay for that school, as it is, normal, just like if you are working in private organization, there is an organization, in your salary, they will put school fees there. They expect that school fees will cover for your children. They will put housing. They will put some other things. It's the same thing that people in offices. So they take care of, because once you become an executive like that, the state take up your responsibility. The first family they take care of it, the way they take care of their health. Now, this governor, who is now a corrupt person, is leaving the office. If he leaves the office, doesn't have that privilege. But before he left, he ensured that the state paid the money that his children, if they leave that school, they will pay. It's not a money for 1 year, number one. Number two, even that by law, that school ought not to receive money in a foreign currency. Now, this is what the EFCC have done. EFCC only came with that because they saw that as part of the violation of his law while in office. A lot of these executive people, the president, the deputy, the governor, the deputy, are immune. But when they leave office, the persecuting agencies, EFCC, police, DSS, have the right to persecute them on offenses they might have committed while in office. Now, that is what they are doing. What did the man do? Because it is the man that put the puppet, that is the new governor there, he went to run under him. Now, the appeal court have thrown away that matter that says it cannot be prosecuted by EFCC. They've thrown it out and say EFCC can go ahead. Now, what was it? That is one of his crimes. Oh. Then let's look at that thing. One of his crimes. That someone, you are leaving office, you now pay the school fees of your children that are still in JS1, year 1. They are still in year 1. You pay it till they will graduate from the school. And they are not 1, they are not 2, they are about 5 children. So what the school did now, because the school's name was mentioned, the school now deducted the session, this year's session, from all the money they paid of all the children and return next year's session till they pay it and say, we return it back, because it's like money laundering. It's a violation of the law. Now, EFCC is going after, it has happened. They've opened their yansh. EFCC have been looking for how, in a country where people in the system are the one violating the law, when they try to bring them, they will be doing a whole lot of things. Now, based on that, EFCC is going after establishments that are collecting money in foreign currency in Nigerian territory, and that school is now under investigation. EFCC have announced that we are going after you for collecting foreign currency on Nigerian soil, which is right. It is constitutional. So there are, just like in this case of these people, this guy that violated the embalmment law. Some people are doing it. I believe that we are not violating any law. Now they will make this case to show them that you've been violating law. So it took this case of this governor. And I tell you, a lot of governors are doing the same. It is this one that they saw now. Someone have done it in the past. Don't forget, one of the former governor in East, they saw $800 million in his house, cash, early this year. Cash, $800 million, not million naira, cash. Even when Nigeria currency was so high, around 1,008 against the dollar. And one single governor that is no more in the office kept such money. So it shows the level of criminality on behalf of the people in public offices. It is happening. These people are less than 1%. But also, it is the public too that are helping them to keep those money. Not be human being help them withdraw that money. Not be them help them carry that money to where they kept it. Not be them help them count it. And they are not in power. Why didn't they tell police? Why didn't they report to EFCC? Why didn't they send an anonymous letter to the National Security Advisor? They did not. So when we say leaders are corrupt, it is followers that are helping them to be corrupt as well. Because they will be the ones to teach them. But this case has come out. We have seen how far people in power can commit crime. Paying school fees of 5 years to come on your children because you are leaving the office and paying in dollars. But EFCC is taking it on it. They are going to take on it. Do we exempt them too? We shouldn't exempt them because they also know that some schools, some houses, some restaurants are collecting foreign currency on the shore of Nigeria, which is a criminal act. It is a criminal act. You understand? But they will not be arresting people except if they want to wish hunt you. Even spraying dollars is a crime in Nigeria. And all over the world, spraying another currency within a territorial is a crime. It's a felony act. All over, in any country all over the world. If you go to Britain, you people that live in Britain, you will be spraying $1 when you are doing party. It is a crime. If they want to take, okay, are we going to say the security in America, they are stupid, or in Britain, they are stupid, they don't know their job? For them not to have arrested people doing that, do you think they don't know their job? It's because they don't have your time. The day they will have your time, all those Nigerians that do party, you'll be spraying $1. When in your country you are spending pounds, you think it's okay. or it's only Nigeria you can abuse. You're all committing the same crime these people are committing. You also go to other countries to be spraying money. There is law in Britain that says you cannot spray money the way you spray it. You cannot work on money. But they are looking at you. The day they are ready, they will do it. It's the same thing in Nigeria. So when it comes to criminal justice, laws are there. Because the prosecuting agency is not yet working on it, does not mean laws are there. If someone invoked it, they will go after it. The same thing with this Lagos State Corona law of 2007, section 16, that says if you tamper with a corpse without the corpse being verified that it is dead by medical people, then you have violated the law. So
there is no excuse in law.
It will help us. There is no excuse. No excuse. No excuse.
Now,
It is because they are not coming after you that you think.
Anyway, aristocrat, please, aristocrat, can I come in with the duchess of respect?
I'm true, anyways.
Thank you. Now, we have to establish that it wasn't Yaya Bello that paid the school fees. It was the chief of staff of Ododo, who is a cousin to Yaya Bello, that paid those children's school fees. Please, let's establish that.
Hold on, please. Let me go back to you. You see, in crime, and which I think you understand, in a company, when you want to investigate fraud, it has a financial director, yes. It has an accountant, yes. But who signed the money? Who gave the order for the money to be paid? Is it the financial director, or by the express approval of the MD or the chairman? So when you want to trace crime, you don't exempt that person, except if it says his approval was forged. The way someone was saying that they were moving money in CBN Nigeria, and they said they past government, that the chief of staff, the secretary to the state government signature was there, and he said his signature was forged. Except that, and if they can prove it. But when you are trailing money, you follow the money. What is the line of approval? You don't exempt him. And you know the reason why EFCC went after the chief executive? Because when they pick the kingpin will tell everybody that are along the hierarchy. And that is why you see. So you don't put the blame on the chief of staff. Is it the chief of staff that finally give the cash? Maybe they have cashier. They have government cashier too. Well, pick the government cashier too, who is in charge of the treasury or the account of the state house.
And
is it not the governor that approved it, that they put it in the budget for that year or part of his parting gift, and he signed that party to bring it its executive? There is an executive power that follows the money before it can be spent. The chief of staff cannot just spend money. The accountant cannot just spend money if the executive governor did not sign it into law.
But
you understand? So don't let us come and say the chief of staff. He is also competent, and that is why they went for him.
I understand. I just want you to listen to me. Please. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. What I'm saying is, it is not Yaya Bello that paid those children's school fees. It is Yaya Bello's, some people said it's Yaya Bello's son that he have before he got married. Some said he is the sister's son, but he raised him. And such person in question, he is the current chief of staff to the current Kogi State president, Ododo. His name.
President.
Come again?
Are you listening to what you're saying?
Kogi State governor. Thank you, sir.
Hold on, Bibi. Hold on. Let me interject you. The money was paid when Yaya Bello was in government.
Absolutely correct.
Hold on. The money was signed off by the treasurer. The money was signed off by the governor himself. The money was paid to the school that the governor children were going. The money was paid in their name. to protect them. What part of it you don't understand?
The
What part
part
of being apologetic you don't understand? You don't. It can be more. Even the EFCC chairman said it himself. He said it himself. So what more do you want? Are you
please,
holding
sir.
brief for Yaya Bello?
No,
Thank you.
I am absolutely in for Yaya Bello to answer every question the EFCC have for him. I am against Yaya Bello running a tasketer. The more he does that, he put his name in this report, just like Wumi is running away from DNA. Yoruba people said, "Ẹni tí ò bá jẹ gbì, kò kí ń kú gbì." What I am trying to establish over here is that the EFCC got it wrong. And it is in the media. Yahya Bello did not make those payments by himself. Those money did not come from Kogi State coffers. Those money did not come from Yahya Bello's account. Those money comes from his son. I'm trying to get his name.
BB, are you sure? Are you?
Yes, I am sure.
This was in the paper. This was said by. Hold on.
I am 100% sure.
You are not. Hold on.
Those money did not come from Yahya Bello's pocket.
The EFCC. Hold on. The EFCC chairman came online himself. The video is on internet.
But he did not say Yahya Bello paid the school fees. He said a school fees was paid in advance, even for a child that is still breast milk. But the EFCC chairman did not say Yahya Bello paid the school fees. Go and listen to the video very well. He said school fees was paid in advance.
From the treasury of Kogi State.
Oh my God. Oh no. Okay, let me move out from here. Please, maybe you should go and listen to that tape again.
I have nothing to listen to anymore.
Okay, and let me tell you, the EFCC chairman got it wrong by coming to the media, by coming to the public. He shouldn't have done that. He is a lawyer. You don't come to the court of public opinion.
It is obvious you are holding brief for Yahya Bello.
You want to argue with maybe you. That is how you see it. Fine. If that is how you see it, is okay. The fact that I am sharing my opinion on what EFCC did wrong. Look, EFCC have communication department. EFCC have publication department. Why will the EFCC chairman himself come out to be addressing the people, come out to be addressing the media, instead of him gathering his facts and go after Yahya Bello and make sure Yahya Bello is put behind bars with all the evidence that they have?
BB, one more question.
Profile case EFCC has lost.
BB, one more question.
High profile case that EFCC have lost.
BB, one more question before I rest my case. Why did
hold on, sir. Before you
hold on. No. Hold on. Just one question. Why did the school refunded the money back, not back to the account that it was paid for, but to the EFCC?
The network is breaking.
Why did the school return the money to EFCC and not the bank that paid it to the school? Why was it the EFCC? Why?
That was the third topic I was going to. So, John, you see, when Aristocrat was talking, I was writing down, and that is what I normally do on this particular platform. When someone is talking, I'll be jotting down my point of interest. That is my third address, and I will go there. Now, let me go. I will answer you. Please, just hold on 1 minute. When Aristocrat was talking, he said it's an international law all over the world. He used the word all over the world, that you don't use another currency in another country. I don't know if that is what he said. And that you don't spread another country, you don't charge for another country currency in another country. If that is what he said, with the greatest of respect I have for him, he got it wrong. Dollar is an international currency. When you go to Dubai, you use dollar to transact business. When you go to Dubai, you use dollar. When you go to South Africa, I live in South Africa for 4 years, 8 months. And believe me, there are a lot of stores or wherever you enter, you are not necessarily supposed to use rand. You use dollar. So it is not something that started today. It is not something, even the government himself, are they not using dollar to buy crude from the international market? Even the government themselves, are they not using dollar to transact business? Are they using naira? Please. Dollar is an international currency, and this thing did not start today. When you go to Lekki, just like you rightly said, there is a barbering shop that does not accept naira. And people goes there to patronize them, and they are cool with that. And hold on, sir, hold on.
It is against Nigerian law.
Now, let me, when Aristocrat was talking,
that is against,
like this.
No, because what you are saying, what you are lecturing people, hold on. It is against the law to spend dollars in Nigerian market. It is against the FCC Act.
Let me say this.
I will. That is
not
why you
on support of your analysis, because I am not.
Hold on. I will come to what is against Nigerian law and what is not. I will come there. Please, just allow me to flow the way you aristocrat flow. I would have also decided to interject him when he was talking. I will come to what is EFCC law and what is wrong and what is right. Just jot down your this thing, just like I did. Now, who is this? Now, you also talk about the. You see, this is why I don't like being interjected. So you also talk about the school. I think you asked him, why is the school so expensive in charging the fees they are charging? I don't know. Is that correct? If that is correct, then because that is what I hear, that you were asking him, why is the school so expensive? Why can't the Nigerian
Sir, your line of thoughts, you were talking about the.
Please, can you mute, please? You cannot
everywhere.
just
That's where your line of thought is.
Please, can you mute and listen to us? Thank you. And you were asking that why is the school so expensive that the government cannot regulate what they charge. Now, let me tell you, in most of the African country, such a school exists, or in most of the African country. And one thing you should even understand is this so-called American standard school that is charging this exorbitant money. If you go to the US, some of the US public school are far better than this school in Abuja that in Nigeria they saw as an heaven. Now, this is an international investment that are paying tax to the government. It's just like DSTV. I believe everybody in Nigeria knows DSTV increased their price. and people are complaining. Why now the country is hard, the price is too much, this and this, to the extent that some group of lawyers even took multi-choice to court. The question over here is, you have a choice. There are other cable channel that you can decide to go after. There is Strong, there is I don't know their name mentioned. There are other ones you can that are cheaper.
Maybe quickly. Let me come in.
Yes, sir.
Number one, this is what I want to come in on. Let's say, sorry for using it for generalizing that all over the world, but this is one thing I know exists: Nigeria, Britain. And
thank you for correcting
let me finish
that.
Just hold on. All over the world, because I say all over the world, I think that was an error. You could go to Asia, they could work. But let's take Nigeria and Britain. You see, the law of currency usage in these two countries, because Nigeria borrowed from Britain, is this such that you don't spend for transaction, you use the country's legal tender. However, without prejudice to tourists, let me say it again, to tourists, non-Nigerians, tourists, they can do transaction for money where it is accepted. And this is the rule that follows it. Upon request, whoever that is doing the transaction can request for such person's passport to be sure, or a card of identity to be sure that you are not a citizen. For example, you go to hotel, all 5-star, 3-star hotel, they have cost. They will show you in dollar in every country because they know tourists come there. And because dollar is an international bill, they will put dollar there. Even some will put euro and put pounds and yen. Some hotels do that because they believe tourists will come. So they accommodate tourists. You can't put you in trouble because you are a visitor. Now, for government deals in international exchange. So they will use international money. Now, for Nigerians, I live in Nigeria, I am a Nigerian, I am not a tourist, and I'm paying school fees, house rent in foreign currency. That contravenes the CBN law of 2007. You can go online, bring it out. It has many sections. It contravenes it, and it is punishable under law. If you are a citizen of Nigeria. For foreigners, like I said, even in this school, I said all these American school, the first thing is they are purposely created for the diplomat. Of course, other people will be there. They have option of paying in international currency, but as a Nigerian, you ought to pay in Nigerian money if you opt for it. And this is where EFCC will go in. EFCC will go in because it is not only these international schools currently in Nigeria that collect money in foreign currency. And that contravenes the law in Nigeria. It contravenes the law in Nigeria. You are in Nigeria, your child is going to American, international, whatever. You pay the equivalent in Naira because they all have Naira accounts. They pay their staffs in Naira. It is the foreign one that they pay as expatriate. They pay it in Naira. So why making it a statutory for every money that comes in school fees to be paid in dollars? And also understanding, let's take the case of the governor. Understanding that this is a governor in Nigeria, understanding that these are Nigerian citizens, they ought not to do it, and they know they've contravened the law. If you are a diplomat, they know all the statutes. They will ask for passport, ask for everything. They can collect dollars if those people choose it. You understand where I'm coming from? So
yes,
that does not say it is now statutory. You can do. You cannot do it. Now there are barbing salons, all those things in Nigeria that there are barbing salons on the island that only cater for foreigners, not Nigerians alone, especially the Caucasians or the Arab and all that. Now, there are also black people that are not Nigerians that will go there. They will accept dollar. The reason is to make it easy for them. But if you want to pay them in Naira, you pay them in Naira. But under the law, you cannot be doing transaction in a foreign currency. Even in Britain. Britain allows it for foreigner. If you go if you use international card, if you go to Britain and you go, you come with dollars and you go to stores, they will say, do you have dollars? They will show you the exchange rate and they will collect the dollar, or they will tell you change it. If you go to China, China has one of the stringent law in currency. Any citizen of China that has a foreign currency as low as 1 penny, $1, we go to jail, big time jail. If you are a foreigner, if you want to exchange, if you check the exchange rate in China, it is very close. There are designated places in the market you can go and change. You can walk into any bank to change. All you need to do is to show your passport. If their citizens are traveling, they will go there, tell them the amount. They will give them the amount, they will register it. When you come back, you go there and change your currency back to yuan. These are laws of many countries, and most countries do that. But when it comes to international bodies that operate within the international market, they allow you, like in Nigeria, for example, foreign airlines, if you want to pay for airline, you pay in naira, but the country, it goes to an account, but the country will then do the exchange. There is time for them to take their money. We all hear the noise when they were saying, Nigeria is not paying back our money. The CBN took time to clear out the backlog. That is how it runs. During that time, most foreign airlines will take naira to Beirut, they change straight in Nigeria to their staff. They will go and mop up all the dollar. One of the reasons why dollar went up in Nigeria. But these are things that happen. But they are not right. Because the authority is not coming to do it, doesn't make it right. So for Mr. Bello, who sends, or Mr. Lakashegbe, who is an MD of a company, who sends and is a Nigerian citizen, who sends his children to a foreign school, you are supposed to pay in Nigerian naira. If they don't accept it, you can report them. And they will dare not say so. All you need to do is to pay the exchange rate. They know, and the standard exchange rate is for the bank. The reason why most of them don't want to do it is the volatility of naira. And they know that today, CBN rate is far lower than what you will get in the black market. That is why. But many Nigerians are encouraging it. Encouraging it. And that is the problem. Nigerians with state government are not doing it, but you are encouraging crimes. Because if Nigerian put, come on now, I've sent my child to St. Saviour. My children went to primary school in St. Saviour in Ikoyi. It's an expensive school. Expensive school. But I paid the naira equivalent. My colleagues in the company, because the company pays the money, I tell them, pay them in naira. That is what I will tell them. It's from my salary too. Pay them in naira. Don't change it to any dollar. I'm a Nigerian. For all those people, other expatriates that came from foreign, you can pay it in dollar for them. It's their business. They know me. So I'm not going to encourage that because that is an existing law. And that is what I'm trying to explain, Mr. Bibi. Secondly, you could say someone else paid the money. This is the question. Yes, what you said was right. EFCC did some errors.
Thank you very much, boss.
And that is why EFCC loses some of the cases. And this thing happens to prosecuting agencies. They kind of sensationalize certain things to
sorry, sir. Sorry, let me just quickly say this.
Public. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. You see, I'm trying very hard to remember that guy's name. He's a very young guy. Remember that guy has been probed by EFCC before for a 30 billion money laundering fraud, and the court granted him a bail of 500 million something. I don't know. I'm trying to very hard. He's saying it also. Well? Yes, I'm trying so hard to remember his name.
Governor.
Yes.
There was a guy during election that was arrested.
You can go on, sir.
There was a guy during election, maybe it's that guy, that was arrested with over 2 billion naira cash. But it was granted bail.
No, it wasn't that guy. It wasn't that.
Yeah. Anyways, what EFCC was trying to do is this. You see, the $720 left the state coffer on the basis of payment for school fees. Now, when they trailed that payment, The voucher explained that it was payment for the governor's children's school fees, and they went to the school. Even the school confirmed that the total money paid was around $850,000. It wasn't Yaya's Bello that was on the receipt, but the person was a proxy for Yaya Bello. When it comes to investigation, you will know all those. But this is where Yaya Bello comes in. You see, that one is a different matter. The proxy, they got the proxy. But this is also to show that the school knew where the money ought to go to. Because when the school wanted to refund the money, they are refunding it to EFCC. Why did they do that? Not
Which
that,
is wrong.
Of course, you see, this is the reason they did it. Of course, if it came straight from the state, they should have returned it back to the state cover and tell the state, please pay it in naira equivalent to our account. They did this to EFCC because, number one, it has become a controversy. And the way it seems, most international...
And they don't want the name of their school to be in this.
Thank you. You want to be involved in it. So the best way to do it is, because even their home state will probe them that they are involved in money laundering matter. You could remember Ali Button case.
Yeah.
Ali Button case. So they can be probed. Now, what they've done is to return the balance of that money and say, we've returned it to EFCC. They will now tell those people that because the money you pay to us has controversy, we've returned it, but you are still owing the school. And you need to pay. You can now pay in Nigeria Incorporated. They themselves want to clean their nose. But whatever the governor had done, it is wrong because the voucher showed that the state paid 720 million for its children's school fees. And that was what was proved. But at the end of the day, the school showed us that the money that was paid was higher. It can still be sorted out because they can say, okay, 720 was paid from the state. The balance that we send back is more than 720. This one was paid. My brother paid the money. It is their business. They can go and clear it. But somehow, there has been an improper transaction for you to pay as much as that for school fees. And knowing that school fees is disparity for what they used to pay yearly for his children. It is more. That was why it caught the attention of the EFCC. Probably they've been paying maybe $20,000 or $30,000 yearly for his children's school fees. They now saw $720,000 for students' school fees. You know, it will raise a flag. There will be a flag to say, this money is much. Let's look at the trail. You're not paying as much as this. What does the voucher say? That was why they went into that case. I hope you've been able to. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, sir, for the clarity. Where I was even going and why I use multi-choice as an example, my focus is not even about the money being paid, because he raised the issue by asking you that why is the Nigerian government will not regulate the amount of school fees being charged. So I'm trying to use multi-choice as an example in the recent price increment that they did. And that was where I was going. My focus was not even about the money paid or not paid. I have talked about that one earlier on. And I made mention that Yaya Bello did not pay the money. So he thought I am for Yaya Bello. Well, thank God you throw more light on there. So, sir, now, I was saying that multi-choice increased their price recently. Now, there are other alternatives. There is Start Time, Sight, Strong, mention them, free to air, no dish, whatever, which are far better than DSTV. But people still choose DSTV. Maybe reason best known to them or the content that they get. It is the same thing with this school. There are other two schools, even, let me tell you, let me blow your mind. There are other two schools who are far expensive than the American Standard School in Abuja. There are two other schools who are more expensive than that school in Abuja, and people's children still attend the school. The question is, why the school? You have an option. Why can't you take them to Papariano International School? But you choose that school. Why? Because you think you can afford it. So the government cannot regulate the amount of school fees being charged by a private institution, because they are also paying huge tax to the government. The government tax them. They pay tax to the government. And that is why the government will not interfere in what amount they charge as far as school fees is concerned. You have a choice. Must your children go to that school? Why can't they go to Paparano International School? But why that school? So that is just by it. I hope I have answered, I have addressed the issue of the government not regulate the amount of school fees that they charge. It's just like the private university. There are cheaper private university in Akure, Ondo, Ibadan, and there are Boyan University, which is one of the expensive university. There is EAU or something university in Nigeria. When you Google it, you will see their name. They are the first 5 or first 10 expensive university in the country. But people think of taking their children there instead of going for other cheaper ones. So the government cannot regulate the amount that they charge, because they are offering the best service as far as they are concerned, and they make them very, very comfortable. Just like Aristocrat said, in that American International School, from crèche, they are not more than 5 in a classroom. They make them very comfortable. Stage 6 or stage 4 of that school, they are just 15 in the classroom. Compared to other school classroom.
Bibi, let me interject, please.
Go on, sir.
With all due respect, I've listened to your explanation, and I thank Aristo for doing the correction. What I am saying is that it doesn't make sense for government to be allowing all this to be going on. You see, when you are civil servant, please, I know it's BB.
It's me, yeah, it's me, sorry.
It's not good. Your phone etiquette is...
Okay, let me mute it. Please. You know, you don't decide when message coming. Sorry.
No, I have my phone. I have 2 phones in my hand. I see all the messages without disturbing others. So, why will the government be allowing civil servants? When I say civil servant, everybody from governor up, as a matter of fact, from presidency up to down, to be their children to be going to private schools, whether university is or any other institution. When we say that we don't have money in the government, we have university that are being funded by the government all the time, every year in the budget. Why can't they make laws? It doesn't have to be the National Assembly law. The Federal Executive can proclamate it. All the civil servants are under the presidency. Why can't there be a presidential fiat that says, if you are receiving government salary, you're a civil servant, you cannot, your children must go to public school. If that can happen, you will see how good the public schools that we have, public tertiary that we have, you will see how improved they will get. People are no longer taking their children away from public school to just private school. It's no more private school, or it's not private school that Golden Seal owns and operated. Golden Seal that is in Nigeria. It's no more Papariano Secondary School. That Papariano is in Nigeria. It's now international. It's kind of annoying. The way you said it, although I'm not angry at you, when you say all these schools are international school. How many international schools do I see in London or in America or in Paris? What makes them international? What culture do they bring that is not destroying Nigeria? That makes them go so good. So that is what I'm saying. I know you got my drift. Go ahead.
Yes, good. Now, let me start by saying this. There is this man called Ikore Madu. I think he's serving a jail term in Britain. I forget the state that he governed for 8 years. But maybe...
No, he wasn't a governor. He was the deputy Senate president.
Good.
About more than 8 years, actually.
More than good. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, do you know that there is a corruption allegation charge awaiting him in Nigeria, even after his jail term in the UK? Why? Because there is a certain amount allocated to him to build up a hospital in his state, and that money was diverted. And now what happened? He took his daughter to Britain, wanted something transplant. The point I'm trying to make is, assuming he used the money allocated for him judicially and establish a ultra-modern hospital in his state, he will not have to travel outside Nigeria. And that is where Nigeria, thank you, someone just remind me, kidney transplant. Do you get? Assume, and this is where Nigerian politicians always got it wrong. That is why they occupy that office for their selfish interests. If the money being allocated for them, they will use that money for its purpose. If they will use that money for its reason, believe me, they will not have to travel outside Nigeria because they had cough. They will not have to travel outside Nigeria because they have headache. So here comes your question. Now, if these people will develop Nigeria, let me tell you, Nigeria is about, in Africa, I think Nigeria is after Egypt, is it Egypt or South Africa? Nigeria is the most wealthiest country in Africa. But why? Because they have bad leaders.
Bibi, let me forewarn you that Papariano is going to embarrass you.
I know this is not my first time with Papa. Don't worry, leave me and Papariano. Don't worry about that. It's not the first time with me and Papariano when it comes to this kind of issue. We always disagree. He knows that. I know I'm going to the part where I'm stepping on his toe. I know. I know very well. But do you understand? They will not use the money allocated for them judicially. And that is the truth. Okay, typical question. How many years now since Nigerian has independence? About 60-something years. Yet, the country cannot be proud of stable electricity. Why? That is the question. Why? After 60-something years of colonialism, the country cannot be bold of having a stable electricity. Do you know these things will chase foreign investors away? ShopRite has closed down in Kano. Do you know the reason why they closed down? Because of electricity. They are using the profit and the money they made to buy diesel to sustain their grocery. They will pay their staff. They are running at a loss. Do you know why that Baba guy is only in Nigeria where you will go to shave your hair and you will see a banner or poster or whatever in the barbering shop. If I on gel, 1,000, NEPA light, 7.